Election Headquarters, sponsored by Nature's Federal Credit Union.
12 News is your election headquarters. Right now, you've got about 1 hour left to vote in Beaumont and Port Arthur's mayoral runoff elections. We stopped by polling stations today as people cast their ballots. Good evening, Southeast Texas. I'm Cladra Rhodes.
I'm Jordan Williams. Thank you for choosing 12 News. We've got live team coverage on this election night. Mark Armstrong and Tia Johnson are in Beaumont at Rogers Park, speaking with incumbent Roy West and his challenger Robin Mouton. And Ebony Coleman is in Port Arthur at the Port Arthur Public Library, speaking with the candidates there, Charlotte Moses and Charlie Lewis Jr.
We'll begin with Mark Armstrong. Mark, how's the turnout at Rogers Park right now?
Yeah, hey there, Cladra and Jordan. You know, turnout here at Rogers Park, it's one of the busiest polling places in Beaumont, and it's actually very high, especially compared to just a few weeks ago during the general election. And of course, let's talk a little bit about Mayor Roy West, the incumbent, his campaign out here. As we say, these numbers, they are tracking here high out here at Rogers Park as we zoom in on the West campaign right now. 1,100 people just about have voted out here as of 5:30. They actually post those numbers right there on the front door of the polling location. And you have to forgive me as the ice cream truck man goes by here. Voter interest, of course, remaining strong in what's become a political rematch between Mayor Roy West and former Mayor Robin Mouton. Now let's talk a little history here. In 2021, Mouton, she narrowly defeated West by 600 votes. And then in 2023, West, he returned that favor, winning in that election by just 700 votes. And now, of course, they're back going head to head in this runoff. I spoke with the mayor last week, the incumbent Mayor Roy West, about his campaign and why he believes voters are sticking with him. Here's what he had to say.
You've got to fully train, fully fund your police, your fire. You want the best staffs you can get with the best equipment. But also from, you know, we spent time, we just received a Parks Master Plan. The one thing we can see, if we're going to thrive in the future, quality of life has to matter too in our city.
And one thing that really stands out in this race, just a few weeks ago in the general election, you have to remember 30% of the voters who turned out did not vote for either West or Mouton. Both, you know, one a current mayor, the other a former mayor. So that really goes to show you that with the turnout, a lot of those people are now returning in order to make a decision between West and Mouton, the two that are now left in this race. And if the last couple of matchups are any indicator of what we could expect here, this race between whether or not Mayor Roy West will continue to be the incumbent and mayor of Beaumont could be decided by just a few hundred votes. But in the meantime, we're live out here at Rogers Park. Mark Armstrong sending it back to you all.
You're right. Could be a very tight race. Tia Johnson also at Rogers Park right now. She's live with the Mouton campaign.
Yeah, Jordan and Cladra, a completely different scene out here at Rogers Park from in May when we were covering this mayoral race in Beaumont, down to only two candidates now. Step out the way so you can see Robin Mouton's campaign team still out here hitting it hard like they did a couple of weeks ago. They've been trying to persuade those last-minute voters to vote for Robin Mouton right before the polls close at 7 p.m. Now, I did speak with Robin Mouton and asked her how she is feeling about the race. She ran during this runoff. She told me she loves the race she's run and is happy with it. Mouton says her strategy during this runoff was to target everyone, knocking on doors and making sure people knew they had to come out and vote again. She says if she becomes mayor, she will have no problem unifying the brand new council using her experience as a former employee with AT&T.
Municipal government is totally different from running a business, and people think if they have a business or run a business that they can just step in and do the job. It's totally different, and I believe that's why our city has not moved forward in the past 2 years.
Now, Mouton told me she believes she will see a positive outcome tonight. Again, we're back out here live at Rogers Park. Polls close at 7 p.m. We have seen a consistent flow, not a big flow, but a consistent flow of people driving through to cast their ballots. We'll be continuing to cover Robin Mouton's watch party at American Legion later on tonight, and we'll bring you those updates on air and streaming on 12 News Plus. Make sure you guys stay with us. Cladra, Jordan.
Thank you, Tia. We'll check again with you at 6:30.